Hi everyone. If you saw my last video, you know my name and you know what I live with. That gives you an advantage over a lot of people in my life. I'm coming out officially with this video to all my friends and family who don't know about my DID. I've had two different cases where people I was supposed to trust have dismissed it. One, they both shall remain names undisclosed for obvious reasons. One sees it as a cop-out. He doesn't think it's real. That's your belief. One straight up told me to tie my boys down and burn down the house they live in. I can understand it only in the sense of her wanting me to get better. But here's the thing I want to stress, not only to my friends and family, but to every one of you out there. If you know someone who has this disorder, the absolute worst thing you can do is tell them it's not real. Not in their head. It's very real, especially in their head. There is someone or some people there that take control, and just because it doesn't happen all of the time, or because it's not obvious, or because it's only during certain times of stress, some of us have gotten so good at hiding it over the years that really the only time it's even noticeable is if someone has been so badly traumatized that they've got more than, 16 different personalities that are just so vastly different and triggered out so easily that a person's behavior changes every few seconds and in very obvious ways. That's not the case with a lot of us. One thing does ring true. The personalities, they very much are their own personalities. They are their own people. They have their own hopes, dreams, ambitions. Just because they don't have a body of their own doesn't mean that they do not exist. They very much exist. I'm probably one of the few people in the world to believe that they have a legitimate soul. I don't know everything, so I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. It's a belief. I'm allowed to have it. Why? Because I'm my own person. The stigmas surrounding mental health are not only wrong, they're extremely damaging. Because of some drama that happened a while back, I had stopped going to one of my favorite hangout spots. I didn't feel comfortable going there. It was a situation involving, the owner and a relative of mine. Me finding out about all this tore me up. And it's my fault because I talked to my relative about the quote-unquote issue I had with said establishment. I suppose I should just really break it down. I used to work at this hangout spot, and when things got too bad, I transitioned out. And what I had wanted was for two of my boys, Alex and Andrew, the main reason I can cook so damn well, and have them get me through the day. What I did not want to happen was for Alex to decide to form an opinion about someone who's dealing with me, who doesn't know about my boys. He only knows me. He's only had to deal with me because I've told the boys time and time again, if my boss finds out about us, we'll get locked away. Mind you, this is a very, very old stigma I've had for quite some time. I now know that just having DID does not automatically send me to the loony bin, but it can be grounds for termination. Because I'm not always myself. I can't control it, I'm sorry. You think I don't want to be myself all the time? Yeah, I love my boys. I love the fact that anytime I need help, I've got backup. Do I like the memory loss? Do I like the fact that I could go to sleep, and when I wake up, I'm doing something and have no idea how I got there? No, I don't like any of that. Do I like the fact that I could love someone to bits? One of my alters hates their guts, comes out and says something nasty. I'm blamed for it. It's not fair. It's not me. Whether you believe it or not, it's my reality. It's what I'm living with. I want to take this moment to address the skeptics. I was going to call you doubters, but I think skeptics is a more appropriate term. Not because of any negative connotation, just because it's simply that. You're not entirely sure. You don't rule out the idea, but I'm rambling. Don't rule out the idea. Seriously, it does exist. There are people living with this, and we're just trying to find a way to make it work. Is integration the best way? I can't say. Have I been suggested it before? That and meds. I'm against medication. Me personally, it's unnatural. Most people do need balancers. That's fine. I'm going the natural route. I don't want to be doped up. I want to know that this has been done right. Do I know when this whole integration therapy thing would start? No. Trying to let them enjoy life a little bit, just make up for some lost time. Invalidation affects me the worst because I myself invalidated my brothers. When I found out what was going on, I knew I had to do something or I would end up in a psych ward. So I called social services, and when they came to pick me up, I told my brothers to wait in my room, and I would be right back, and I would make sure that we would not be separated. And I closed the door behind me, and in my head, I had led them to their bedrooms and took the doors away. This was how they explained it to me going on mentally. I guess the best way to describe this scenario is that I saw myself leading them to my room. Not necessarily physically seeing myself, but I led them to my room. They saw me leading them to their room up here. And they said the doors just vanished. For 8 years it was like that. And I don't know how he did it. Alex found a way out. And my friends suffered greatly for it. And I still, to this day, don't remember everything that happened. I think people need to understand a lot more. Having heard a few times over already that it's not real, that it's a cop-out, that it's fake. I think I'm ready to come out on Facebook about this, because I'm now at the point where I don't care what you think. I'm living with this. I'm dealing with this. I'm trying to make it work. So to my friends and family, I love all of you very, very much. If this proves to be too much for you to handle, I understand. Just know that I am working on it, and I am trying to get myself to a place where I don't need them anymore. But also know that I am perfectly comfortable with the notion they may never go away. They may never cease to exist. I might always need them for one reason or another. On the other hand, they might fully integrate when I no longer need them. I can't say I'm not I'm not a future seer or a psychic or, whatever the PC term is these days. I only know what I'm experiencing. So it's incredibly hurtful when someone I care about tells me that it's not real. It is for me. So, next time someone tells you they have a mental illness, don't be so quick to dismiss it. They might really have one.
What did you say your name was?
Dopamine.